This is a Kickstarter you're not going to miss. From our friends at Mammoth Factory comes The Horde of Grundal. It is an epic 8-part adventure campaign that features the most mind-blowing minis. And the Kickstarter launches on the 18th of October at 9 PM UK time. And if you sign up within the first 72 hours, you get a fantastic set of free dice. It's amazing! As well as these gorgeous minis, 8 adventures that pack a campaign, all trying to get the Horde of Grundal. Mammoth Factory, link down below. Hey folks, Guy from How to Be a Great GM here. Today we're painting minis. I will confess, I'm not a huge fan of painting minis, but we are painting these minis. Now, these minis were sent to me by Mammoth Factory, today's sponsor, and they sent me a lot. So I thought, well, time to get painting. So, what I have done is I've taken each of the minis, as you can see here, gorgeous minis, and I've chosen a base color from the paint sets that I have, and that color is green. So I'm gonna paint all of the green areas on all of the minis at once. And here they go, base coats going on. Alright, so you have now painted all of your minis in the base color. We now want to step it up. So here is the creature that I have painted in its base colors of green and brown. So I have painted all of them like this. But this is okay, but if we wanted to make it really good, but still quite quick, we do a second layer of paint. And what we do is we take the base color and we paint over it, but in less amounts with a much brighter color of the same family. So what that does is you paint thin little highlights on the ridges, on the parts that would be exposed to the light the most. And if you do that, you end up with this kind of layering, which gives it a lot more depth. Now, I've only done it to the green. I haven't done it yet to the brown or to the yellow, but I'm hoping that you can see that there is a big difference in the visual complexity of these two models. Now, we're going to do that for the rest of all of them. I'm going to do every single color with a highlight. So what is brown, it gets a very light tan on top of it. And if you don't have that, if you're like me and you don't have a huge range of paints, you go, this is the brown that I used, I need a lighter brown, but I don't have a lighter brown paint. That's okay. Mix it in with some white. Not too much white, but a little bit of white. And if you're still struggling, a little bit of yellow, and that will lighten up the color that you're using. And all you're doing is you're just working through every single color and just doing highlights. I will be back shortly. So here we go. All of the base colors are in, all of the highlights have been applied. As you can see, this is not professional, beautiful layering and all that kind of fancy stuff. But there are over, 8 models here that I have now painted, and it's taken me roughly an hour, give or take, to get this far. And they're not looking too bad. So it's a new day. I took a little bit of a break from painting the minis. There's nothing wrong with that. And so I have finished doing the highlight color. Let me show you on this figure here. You can see that there are patches, especially on the brown, that are lighter brown. I've just done some basic highlighting. Nothing serious. Now I have done that to all of the figurines. And what I'm now going to do is I'm going to use a thing called a wash. Now, washes, these are something that you're going to have to pick up from your local hobby store. I don't have a particular brand that I recommend. I just use whichever one I can get my hands on. And a wash is like a really watered down ink mixed with paint. It's a wonderful thing. And all you're going to do is you're going to just apply that. You're going to apply different colors of wash if you have access to it, or you just get yourself a nice light brown, something along those lines, and you're going to wash it over, brush it over the entire figurine as you are finishing this project. That's right, finishing the project. Now, I happen to have a couple of tones, so I've got a dark tone for black and gray kind of things. I've got a green tone for the green skin, green being the dominant color that I chose, as well as this light tone, which I'll use for the flesh and the bones and things like that. I'm going to apply that, and then you're going to watch how your model just suddenly comes to life. Okay, we are done. We have done the washes, and I have to say, I think it looks pretty damned awesome. All that remains for us to do now is to do the edging. I like to just make sure that the base edging has got a nice dark layer, a nice black color, just to kind of finish it off, I think. But do you notice how the wash just adds in a little bit of detail into the crevices, the nooks and the crannies that just wasn't there before, and it kind of brings the models to life. Now, that's it. That's all I do. So in the space of about 3 hours, I've managed to paint up this entire grouping. So if you've got a backlog of models, or if you're just getting into models and you don't really like painting, but you want to get them done anyway, this is how you do it. If this video was useful, hit that like button. If you want to see more, hit that subscribe button if you're not already a subscriber. And until next time, a huge thank you to all of my Patreons. Love all of you. And until next time, happy gaming.